Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am really glad you're here. You guys want to take a ride with me because I've got some fun things to pick up today.
Welcome to my cluttered garage. You know I'm really glad you're here. Yeah.
My first stop of the day is the bank, so I can get $100 for my third stop of the day. $100. And now off to stop number 2, which is my local Kubota dealer, which happens to only be about 5 minutes away. Pallet forks being loaded with pallet forks. What are the chances of that? So my local Kubota dealer is now selling LS equipment. Pretty interesting. They were telling me a few things inside about the LS equipment in comparison to the BX Kubota, similarly sized tractor, but for instance, this has 2 cylinders on the bucket where the BX series has 1 cylinder. So from what I'm hearing is the lift capacity is higher on the LS equipment. Looking at some of these LS models, you can see they have the dual pedal hydrostatic, but it's a nice looking machine. I feel like they're all nice today. They all seem like they're pretty good. What do you guys think of that? Would you buy an LS? Because they're you know, they don't have the name recognition that Kubota has, or Deere, but it seems like they're coming up in the world. Look at this crazy looking thing. This is the B2601, which is the same tractor as the B2601, only it's a little more generic. It does not have a hydrostatic transmission. It's got a manual transmission. I think it has manual steering by the looks of it. And look at these little wheels. I don't know if that's how it comes or if that's just for shipping, but I feel like I could just push that thing over. It's kind of cute. Oh no, look, it's the narrow version. Man, talk about the pucker factor, right? There's a few BXs here. With all the equipment shortages, it's impressive that they have this much inventory. Now I was going to go straight to stop number 3, but since I'm so close to home, I'm going to drop these forks off at the house and then we'll go to stop number 3. That way I don't have anything else on the trailer. Okay, I just dropped them like that by hand because I don't know how much longer I have to get to this other location. I'm not even sure they're open today. Well, I definitely know where I can come back and get more if I need them. So this is a local mulch company, mulch manufacturer. And I learned from, thank you Chad from Purple Collar Life, I learned that mulch companies use IBC totes for their stain materials. And, you know, after they stain the mulch, they've got these leftover totes. Now, Chad got a fantastic deal from his local supplier or mulch manufacturer. I was not so lucky. I don't feel like I got a good deal. You know, these totes were $50 a piece, and you know, I see them on Marketplace and whatnot for about that price. So not a, you know, not a steal, but probably worth, you know, probably worth that. Anyway, we'll see how they work out for me. I didn't realize that there are two different sizes. I got the bigger ones because I wanted to get my money's worth, but I don't know what people typically use. I'm going to be using these for, I think, for firewood storage. I don't know what people typically use size-wise, so I'll find out if I made the right choice. But anyway, I pulled up and the sign said closed, and I thought, I missed it. You know, again, it's New Year's Eve. It's 12 o'clock noon. But the gate was open. One side of the gate was open, and I saw some activity. So I thought, I am just going to go for it. And I drove up, and there were some young guys there working. Super, super nice folks. I got to say, kudos to you guys if you're watching this, because you were certainly very kind, very helpful, and it was great to meet you. So let's head back, and this will be a great thing to try out the new Pallet Forks with. Uh-oh, action required. Almost 25 gallons, that thing was sucking fumes. Well, there we are, my very first set of Pallet Forks. You know, when I bought this tractor, folks kept telling me, you've got to get yourself a set of Pallet Forks. And there have been several times when I wish I had them. So it took me a year and a half, 2 years to get them, but here they are. It didn't take me that long to get them. It took me that long to decide to buy them. I actually ordered these back in, I think it was August. and the dealership told me that they didn't have any. They were expecting some in by October, so I said put my name down for a pair. I happened to call the dealership this morning just to check in. I've been checking in monthly, and they told me that the salesman I was working with was out this week, and that these came in on Monday. I think he said they were getting like 40 sets in. Anyway, there was one set left today, so I'm glad I called, got the last one, and here they are. They're Land Pride PFL 1242, which means they have a 1,200 pound capacity 42-inch fork. They're adjustable. They have a nice release on the back where you release that, slide the forks in and out. They're a little sticky right now, I think, because they're new, and I don't know if you need to grease them or not, but they seem to work pretty well. So I'm excited. Let's try them out, and then let's move those totes. I can see where they are going to be a little bit of a challenge to get used to, probably not too much, but I've heard from other people that the challenge is you can't see the end of the forks when you're trying to line things up. I think the 48-inch forks are better for that because they stick out further, but I'm perfectly okay with 42-inch forks. But that's one downside, I think, is that they're a little bit shorter and harder to see, and I really couldn't see as I was pulling in to those pallets. I tried to stand up on the seat, and maybe that's going to be one of the solutions. Otherwise, it's going to be just getting a feel for it. So let's get these totes off of here, and what a great tool for getting the totes off. Well, I am excited about these pallet forks, and I'm already thinking of so many different uses for them. So stay tuned for a full review and maybe some videos about different ideas for using your pallet forks. If you have any questions or suggestions about pallet forks, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. One of my plans for these IBC totes, well, not one of my plans, my actual plan is to remove the bladder, the tank from inside, cut one of the three sides off, and use it for a three-sided storage bin for firewood. I'm sure you've seen that on YouTube several times. That's where I saw it. That's where I learned about it, and I think it's a great idea. So I'm excited to try that. That'll be another future project. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to follow along, please click that subscribe button. Have a healthy and happy new year. It's going to be a great 2022, and I look forward to seeing you next time.